Hi. Hi, everyone. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. Hi, I'm the Love Witch. I'm here to do some $10 per card tarot readings tonight, borrowing Madame Pamita's YouTube channel for the evening. So, if you don't know me, hi, it's great to meet you. And if I already know you, it's really lovely to see you here. Please say hi in the chat. Let me know who you are, where you're from, and if you'd like a reading, all you've got to do is head to thelovewitchnyc.com/live. There you can find all the different payment options. Hi, Della. And you can get a reading. So they're $10 per card. You can pick as many cards as you'd like. I can also do a magic 8 ball reading for you. I have that option on there if you need something that's under $10. But I'm just here to hang out for a little bit tonight, see if anybody wants a reading. And I'm going to provide some, spiritual insights and some info about the tarot and witchcraft as we go along. So hopefully somebody will book a reading soon. I have a couple people who booked in advance, and I will read for them at some point this evening. So if you would like a reading, head to that link that's down below, or scan the QR code that's beside me if you're on YouTube, and I will get you all set. Just put your question into chat. I'm also on Venmo at the Love Witch NYC. So if it's easier for you to pay through Venmo, you can totally do that as well. And I'm also on PayPal, paypal.me/ the Love Witch NYC. So I'd love to pull some cards for you, answer questions, big or small. The tarot is such a wonderful way to get some insights from your spirit guides and from beyond to see what's going on and what you can expect and what you need to do to prepare for what's coming up. So if you'd like a reading, just let me know. While we're waiting for someone to book, I have a couple of things I'd like to talk about. One is that I am so proud to be in the latest edition of the Witch Collective zine. This is put together by a bunch of beautiful witches, and I have a contribution this time as well as last time. So here's mine. It's a bunch of divination tips that you can do with things in your home. So if you're a stay-at-home witch during the winter like I am, this has a bunch of stuff that you probably already own that you can use to divine with. So have you ever done a reading with ice or with water or with toothpicks? I've got them all in here. So there's lots of fun ideas there. And I want to thank Miss Kelly so much for asking me to submit to her zine. I'm really honored to be in there. To those of you who are just joining, hi, welcome. I'm the Love Witch. I'd love to do a tarot card reading for you. They are $10 per card tonight. Very special offering. I'm doing this every Wednesday during the month of February as just a little way of celebrating Valentine's Day and sending some love to all the people who follow me and all of the people here on Madame Pamita's YouTube channel. If you ever want a full-length reading with me, I can totally do that too. I provide tarot readings, oracle readings, manifestation tips, and spell suggestions, one-on-one law of attraction coaching. I can help you if you're facing, big decisions and need some assistance on which way you should go. I'm your witch. I also have a full range of spell work services that I offer through Parlor of Wonders, including complex candle spells, group candle spell services, vigil candles. It's all there at parlorofwonders.com. So yeah, I'd love to make some magic for you, or spend some time with you in a session, or do a reading for you, or do a $10 per card reading for you here tonight on YouTube. So I'm going to hang out for just a bit to see who wants a reading. I do have one that I'm going to do now for Elisa that we talked about in advance. So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling the cards now. People often ask me, like, when you shuffle the cards, how do you know when to stop shuffling? And for me, the cards always tell me. So they make it like a little bit harder to like push down into one deck, or like a even line, you know what I'm saying? That's when I tend to stop shuffling. Okay, so Elisa had asked a question about her health, and I've pulled Temperance. This is a card of transformation. She's the alchemist of the tarot. So I encourage you to transform what you're feeling. If you have a day where your body's just not cooperating, transform it into a day where you get to relax and take care of yourself and have like a mini spa day at home. This is really about taking something and just turning it into something else. It's kind of like if we're trying to work our way up the scale when we're feeling really low, we can move up to like anger from sadness, because anger is more productive, right? It's a higher vibration. And even if it's not the vibration we want to have all the time, we can get there a lot easier from sadness or from loneliness than we can get like all the way to satisfaction or something, right? So I'm not encouraging you to be angry. Don't get me wrong. And that's not what I'm saying at all. But I am saying that when you're feeling like, you know, really frustrated by your health or frustrated by the way your body is treating you, turn it into an opportunity to have a day off or a day that's all about you. Hopefully that's helpful. Temperance is one of those cards that's pretty mysterious to people, especially people who are new to the tarot. They look at it and they're like, I don't understand this card at all. And it is one that, doesn't tell us like the full story from the picture, right? With a lot of cards, we can just kind of draw a conclusion based on what's happening in the image. But this one's pretty complex. So I feel like it often comes up for really big topics, really big questions, where there's a lot to unpack. So, I think with knowing a little bit about your health situation that this question was about, I think that makes a lot of sense. So I hope that card was helpful. I think now I'm going to pull a card just for everybody who's watching, just a general card to get us started out. So I'm going to shuffle the cards again. And thanks again so much to everyone who's here. It's really fun to spend a little bit of time with you. Okay, so here is a card for everybody. The Seven of Swords. This card has a bad rep, I'm not gonna lie. People have a lot of negative connotations with this card, but I love this card. I love every card in the deck, so you might hear me say that about some other ones too. But this one in particular has helped me in some big moments where I'm wondering, what should I do? And then this card tells me I know exactly what I need to do. So this is a card of quick exits, of going away, of getting out of a situation. So if you're feeling stuck in something right now, or if you're really struggling with something right now, this says get up and go. It says the situation you're in is temporary and it's not meant to where you're supposed to be forever. So get out of it. This card has influenced me to move several times. And I already knew I needed to move, but then this card was a good confirmation for it. So if you're thinking about moving, if you're thinking about quitting your job, if you're thinking about getting out of your relationship, this says get out. And it can be a scary thing and it can feel like it's daunting, or we're moving into the unknown. But this card says it's going to work out. This card even says if the way you're leading is a little sneaky or a little underhanded, or if you're up to something that maybe you shouldn't be up to, you're going to get away with it. So that could be positive or negative, I guess. But if, for the person that the card is being read for, pretty positive, right? So whatever it is that you're thinking, I don't know if I can pull this off right now, you're going to get away with it. So pull it off. Grab your swords and go. And even if you have to leave some things behind, like is happening in the image here, that's okay too. We only need to take what's essential, and leaving things behind is really therapeutic and can be a really magical act. So don't be afraid to leave some things behind that aren't serving you in the way that they once did. Hopefully that's helpful to those of you who are tuning in live or who are watching the replay of this. I'm going to hang out for just a little bit longer. So if anybody's interested in a $10 per card tarot reading, definitely grab one while you can. And if you can't tonight, that's okay. You'll have another opportunity next Wednesday. You can come spend Valentine's Day with the Love Witch. I'm going to now talk a little bit about the different services that I offer, starting with my group spell service. So this takes place every Friday. Here's the candle I'm going to use this Friday, this beautiful red heart candle. So if you want to bring some more love into any area of your life, grab a spot in my group spell service. It's my most affordable option for spell work, just $60 for a taper candle added to this group service. So this Friday, I will light this red candle as well as many tapers as there are people who ordered. Once you order, you'll get a number sent to you by email, and that number will identify you in the photos that go out on Monday. It's a great way to invite some love into your life. And it doesn't just have to be romantic love. It could be inviting loving friendships in. It could be improving love in your family relationships. It could be finding a job that you love or getting your boss to love you more at your current job. So there's really lots of ways to use this group spell service, and there's lots of ways to use love magic in general. People think of love magic as only being, used in romantic situations where we need to like influence someone's thinking. And while that's definitely part of love magic and one thing you can do with it, That's really just the tip of the iceberg. So do some love magic this Friday with me. Grab a spot by scanning this QR code, and I'd love to have you in that group service. If you want to work on something a little more complex, I could also do a vigil candle for you. These vigil candles burn for over 100 hours, so this is lots of continuous energy headed toward your goal from me. So, a vigil candle, we have dozens of different options available, and they align with the spiritual oils that we sell at Parlor of Wonders. So, all of your favorites are there, like a powerful protection vigil, or an abundant prosperity vigil, or a new romance vigil. I could do any of those for you, and I have everything on hand to get them started within a day or two in most cases. So if you want me to make some magic for you that, burns for several weeks and gives you really long-lasting results, a vigil candle is a really wonderful option, and I'd love to start one for you. So you can scan the code that's on screen or head to parlorofwonders.com to find out more information about that. And finally, I also do complex spell services. These are really great if you've got a complicated situation or a stubborn situation, or if the other two options just don't sound like they're right for your situation. Check out the complex spell. It's 100% customized to your situation. So after you order, we'll have a 15-minute conversation where I assess your situation, figure out what your magical goals are, and then I'll pick the best candles and herbs and oils and gemstones and glitters for your goal. So let me make some magic for you. It's so much fun. And I've brought people such amazing results in, and I'd love to add you to that list of happy customers. If you head to my website, thelovewitchnyc.com, and sign up for my newsletter, you can get $25 off a complex spell service. But for those of you who are watching tonight, from now until Valentine's Day, you can use the code Cupid and get $60 off. So this is a really great chance to get some major savings on a spell with me. And even if I've done a spell for you in the past, you can use that coupon and save that $60. I'd love to make some magic for you. I have everything on hand to start lots of different types of spells. And if there's anything I don't have, I can get it within about a week from Parlor of Wonders. So as soon as you order, we can have that conversation, and then I can get to work right away. I'd really love to make some magic for you. And again, I don't just do love spells. I can do protection spells, job spells, money spells, fame spells, whatever you want. I can cover you as long as it's like a positive intention. So I'm not going to hex your ex for you, but I can help you to cut those ties and let go and feel better. So, let's talk about your goals and figure out the best way to achieve them with a little bit of magic. And finally, check out the products I offer at parlorofwonders.com. I make tons of different things like handmade soaps and sprays and lip balms, enchanted salts, all kinds of stuff you don't want to miss out on. I make everything in really small batches, and I usually take a pretty long time to make more. So the things you see on the page won't last long. So grab them while you can, or join the waiting list for the ones that are sold out so that you can be the first to know once they're back in stock. I make these products with so much magic and with so much love and intention right here in my home in Brooklyn. So go shop my full selection of magical products. I'd love to see them in your home and let me know how they work for you too, because I love hearing your success stories about those. So if you want a $10 per card tarot reading, this is your opportunity. Readings with me are normally much more expensive, so this is a great deal that you don't want to miss out on. I can answer small questions. I can answer big questions, whatever you want. I've got you covered. So scan the code beside me or head to thelovewitchnyc.com/live, which is right below me, and you can find out how to book a reading there. You can just pay $10 per card, submit your question on that page, and then I will read for you right here on this stream. And I'm going to be back here next Wednesday as well. So I hope to see you there, and I hope to, spend Valentine's Day with you. It would be a lot of fun. And if you have a question tonight, it would be my absolute honor to answer it. I've been reading tarot cards for over a decade now, professionally, on and off, and really, it's my favorite thing. So I'd love to pull some cards for you, let you know about what that card means, how it applies to your situation. Yes, Remy, absolutely. I still have time for reading. So if you would like one, go ahead and submit your question. You can either purchase the reading on my website, which is the link below, or if you prefer to use PayPal or Venmo, the information for that is on my website as well. So I'm going to be here for a little bit longer. So if you've got a question, I'd love to tackle it. So please, yes. And to anyone else who's just joining us, I'm the Love Witch. I'm here doing $10 per card tarot readings. And you can also get a full length reading with me if you'd like. I do readings ranging from 15 minutes all the way up to 90 minutes. So if you want either a quick spiritual check in or want to do a really deep dive into what's going on and how you can expand your intuition, let's do it. So you can book with me anytime at thelovewitchnyc.com. I work with all kinds of people, like entrepreneurs who want to bring more mindfulness into their business, artists and creatives who want to get past writer's block or missing muses. I work with people in competitive fields who want a magical leg up, people who have ADHD or neurodivergent traits and want to figure out how to make them superpowers instead of things that hold them back. I'd really love to work with you if any of these things ring a bell for you. I love working with parents and pet owners who want magical solutions to lowering their anxiety and their stress, people who are wanting to bring more romance into their life in all kinds of ways, and also people who are new to magic and want to learn some foundations one-on-one, or people who know a lot about magic but want to deepen their practice and find new ways of unlocking their intuition. So let's work together. We can either do a quick $10 tarot card reading here on YouTube, or you can book a full length session with me anytime at thelovewitchnyc.com. I'm going to be here for a little bit longer, so if anybody wants a reading, this is your chance. And you can just pop your question into the chat or put it in the notes when you check out on PayPal or Venmo or my website, and I will answer your question here on YouTube. You can ask about anything at all. It doesn't just have to be a love question, but if you have questions about love or your relationship, I'm more than happy to answer those too. And if you want me to make some magic for you, that's available 365 days out of the year, 366 days this year. So the lovewitchnyc.com has all the information about that as well. So visit me there anytime. I'd love to spend some time with you or make some magic for you on my altar here in New York. So I'm going to hang out for just a few more minutes now to see if anybody books a reading. And if not, that's okay. I'll be back next Wednesday and we can do a reading then, or you can book with me anytime in the meantime. So once again, I'm the Love Witch NYC on Venmo and on PayPal. And you can also go to thelovewitchnyc.com/live. Looks like we just got one, so give me 1 second while I pull that up. And hey, Chris, I'm happy to answer that question. Just let me know how many cards you want. And you can visit my website, the link right down here below me. And then once you've checked out, I can answer that question for you here. Okay, Remy, I have your question. What kind of self-care do I need this month for Lavender? Thank you so much, Lavender. I'm shuffling cards for you now, and we'll see what they have to say. I'm glad that you're asking about self-care because you already know you need it. So that's the first step, is knowing that you need it. Now we just got to figure out what kind is going to be the most useful. Okay, I drew the King of Wands. So this is an interesting card to come up for, self-care. But I've got a lot of answers for you here. For starters, treat yourself like royalty, right? So if you haven't been being kind to yourself or really taking good care of yourself, this is the time to really start. Respect yourself with absolute authority and really believe in yourself. And remember that you are the king or queen of your domain, right? The King of Wands can withstand any heat. He can get through anything, and he's the master of action. So taking positive actions this month is going to be incredibly helpful for you. And, even just little bits of self-care, even if it's just like a day at the spa or a day in bed, a day under the covers, whatever it is that you need, that is taking action. So knowing that these things you do to take care of yourself are the actions that you need to do to have really beautiful success. So really leaning into self-care is going to allow you to really flourish in work, in your relationships, wherever. So this is a really positive sign, and this says that you can really start anywhere. But I know you're looking for a exact place to start. So the King of Wands tells me that you could start with like candles or incense for starters, because wands are related to fire. So, lighting some incense, lighting some candles, maybe a bunch of candles, and taking a bath could be a really, really great place to start. The King of Wands also is telling us that like we need to surround ourselves by people who respect us and who treat us like royalty. Now, this doesn't mean we want to surround ourselves with like yes men and people who just like always tell us we're right. That's not what I'm saying at all. But people who respect you and give you the respect you deserve. That's who needs to be in your orbit right now. So acknowledging that getting rid of those people who are not the best match or who are maybe a little bit toxic or who take too much but don't give enough back in return, that too is self-care and it may be required this month. So take a careful look at the people in your life and where your energy is being devoted. You know, sometimes this could be giving too much at work or giving too much to a friend who's just not returning our energy. Give less to these things. You know, you don't have to cut them out of your life completely, but you can give them less of your energy. And instead of giving them your energy, bring that energy back to yourself. Give it to yourself, and you'll be in much better shape. So hopefully that's helpful, Lavender. And I think like most important thing to remember is the King of Wands can withstand anything. So you're gonna do great. You're gonna be fine. And as the more you take care of yourself, the better you're gonna be. So you need to be taking care of yourself this month, and this is your permission to go out there and do it, even if it means taking a day off work or blowing off some plans and really just focusing on what feels good to you. That's the best place to start. But also taking a close look through to see if there's anybody in your life that's not giving as much as they're receiving. And know that cutting back the amount of energy you're giving them is self-care. So I hope that's helpful, and thank you so much for booking a reading. I really enjoy pulling a card for you. If anybody else has a question they'd like for me to answer, this is your opportunity, so don't miss out. Sam, I see your question in the chat. If you want to send $10 per card on either Venmo or PayPal, you can get that question answered, or you can head to my website and check out there. If anyone is just joining me, I'm the Love Witch. I'm one of the readers at Parlor of Wonders, so you can get a full length session with me or any of our other talented witches anytime by heading to parlorofwonders.com. I'm a good friend of Madame Piamida's, and I help her out with a lot of things, including this very YouTube channel. So if you've attended any of her lives or come to the live magic Q&A tea party, then you probably already know me. I see we just got another order come through, so let me see what that is. Okay, great, Tiff. Thank you so much. General message for my job search, what to focus on. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of my tea. And then I'm going to pull a card for you, Tiff. Thank you so much. Oh, hi, Alyssa. How are you? I hope things went well today. I was sending really good vibes your way. Okay, I'm shuffling for Tiff. Okay, I have the Five of Pentacles. So you need to ask for help with your job hunt. That's what this is saying. The Five of Pentacles is a card about help being available, and we're not taking it. So figure out what help is available to you and grab it. This could be reaching out to friends and letting them know that you're looking for a job. Maybe there's somebody that has opening at their company or has heard of something recently and they think you'll be a really good fit for it. Or maybe this is about talking to a headhunter, recruiter, or going down to some sort of job center to help you with your resume. But accepting the help that is available is going to be instrumental in finding the job that's perfect for you. This card says like things have not been easy. The search has not been easy so far, and that's okay. It's going to get easier as soon as you accept the help that is being offered. The people here are outside in the cold, they're on crutches, they are in the snow, but they're standing outside of a church with the lights on. So this says that, we're choosing to try and be brave, try and be independent, and try and not take any help, but it's okay to take help. And by taking that help, we're going to get to our goals faster. So, this could be about, like I was saying before, asking friends or, your network, letting them know that you're really looking for something. But this could also be about, like if there's somebody in your life who's willing to loan you some money or help you out financially while you're looking for a job, take that help. I know it can be difficult to accept help like that, and maybe it's not even on the table, but if it is, this says it's going to be really useful. And hang in there. It can be really hard when we're looking for a job and it feels like we're never finding the right one, or there's just like no options out there. But it's just the universe waiting for the really perfect option to arrive for us and paving the way for that. Every time I've been turned down for a job or struggled to find a job, I was so glad for the amount of time it took when I found the job after, because it was like, oh, this is perfect. This is what I was waiting for. So just accept that that perfect job and that perfect opportunity is right around the corner for you. And the people who are offering to help or who can help are going to be instrumental in getting you there even faster. So you can get there on your own. You don't have to ask for help. You can totally just keep trying to go at this by yourself, but it's going to take you twice as long to get there. So if you want it to be easier and a lot quicker, ask for help. And I don't think this is going to be a problem for you. You're already asking for help from the tarot, asking for some guidance. So there's your guidance. There's the roadmap that you need to take. You need to reach out to anybody that you can. And if you don't have a big network, or there's not people in your immediate realm that you feel like you can reach out to, look around online. Find groups for people who are in your industry or in your field. Find websites that have like community features and talk to the people there. I know for a while I did like online customer support, and I went to this site called We Work Remotely. And they had like a Slack group on that site. And I joined the Slack group, and then I got like 2 job offers within a couple of weeks, because I was just answering people's questions in that Slack group about how I worked remotely and like what my practices were. So think about doing something like that, looking for something like that, like an online group that you can contribute to, and that your contributions can then be like, oh, I want this person on my team. They're a really smart thinker. Or, even if it's just about like posting on LinkedIn or something like that, accepting help from wherever you can find it. That's the big message of this card. I'm wishing you a lot of good luck. I know that looking for work is really stressful and it's never fun, but it's going to be fun once you get the things you've been wanting. And I think if you're between jobs right now and you're not working during this hunt, that can be fun. I know it's hard if like finances are limited, but even without money, there are, a lot of fun things you can do in your home or with this extra time. So focus on that and be grateful for that. Have gratitude for this moment where you've got extra time to focus on the things you enjoy instead of having to worry about work all day. Even if you still need to be working on that job hunt, make that a part of your day and not your whole day. Set some boundaries around this like you would with any other job so that you don't get burned out. I hope that helps, and I hope that you find the perfect job soon, Tiff. If you're just tuning in, I'm the Love Witch. We're doing $10 per card tarot readings. You can have as many cards pulled for you as you'd like. They're $10 each. So you can head to thelovewitchnyc.com/live. We just sold another one, so let's see. Job accomplished. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Alyssa. Is there anything I need to do to allow my soulmate in? Let's see. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy to see you here. And I pulled a card for you earlier about your health, just so you know, because I know we had talked about that the other day. I hope I'm saying your name right. I always wonder that. Is it Elisa? Alyssa? I've never asked you, I don't think. So please clarify for me. I'm shuffling for you. Okay, what can we do to draw that soulmate in? The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is about opening up the heart. So I think you need to work on opening up your heart and your soulmate's heart to the connection that you're wanting. You may feel like your heart is really open already. And if you're feeling like that, it may be true, but it may also not be true. Sometimes we think we've done everything and we think that we've done all the work, but there's still a little bit more to do. So work on opening up your heart. This could be listening to like heart opening meditations or heart chakra focused meditations, or it could just be about like working on some past traumas. If you've had a rough go in your family or in past relationships and there's been damage done to your heart, we really got to make sure that we're not putting up walls that are preventing people from getting into it, even the people we want. Sometimes we can be really focused on calling in a specific person or calling in our soulmate, but then we have such walls built up and so much like energetic shields that we do for all these other people that we don't want in our life that we kind of bounce them back or like don't let them clearly understand that we want to be with them. So now's the time to start breaking some of those barriers down. They were built for good reasons, but we've got to like check in and see which ones are still serving us. So see which walls you still have up. And I think maybe there's still some up around your heart. You could do some magic around this. You could burn a heart candle, for example, or you could burn any candles in the color orange because that's all about opening up. But focusing on opening up that heart and also opening up your intuition. We see his like crown chakra is totally blocked by this pentacle. So, we can't really like connect to the divine when we're blocked up here. So, any sort of meditations that you can do or unblocking work that you can do is going to be really helpful. And if he is the one who has this like heart blockage or this thing, these walls that are built up, you can do the same magic but focused on him or, do visualizations about his heart opening up more and more and him becoming more and more receptive to your love. This card too, though, is like a card that's about things that move slow. So if this is moving slow, don't be discouraged by that. It's taking the amount of time that it needs to take. So I think this is the universe giving you extra time to heal and feel better and feel your best in order to be the best partner for your soulmate once you're together, right? So, you can have gratitude for this time, kind of like I was talking about before with job hunting. Be glad that you have this opportunity and this chance to do the work and to make yourself a better version of yourself. Because there's nothing worse than having the person we want sent to us at a time when we're really not ready to receive it or when we're really not at our best. So spend time right now becoming the best version of you. And I know that you are so incredible and you're so magical and so beautiful. So you don't have a ton of work to do, right? But there's got to be things that you feel in your heart that you want to be even better at or, areas that you want to improve in. And now is the time to do that improvement. Now, not later. So, I don't know what this is, but I think it's probably about healing past wounds. And even like when we've had health battles and stuff like that, that's damaging to our psyche, right? And damaging to our energy. And our body goes into a different mode where it's like I'm fighting and I'm trying to get better. And so sometimes it can be hard to like really generate things and like call things in when we're in that survival mode. So, kind of like talking to your body, letting it know, I'm ready to receive love. I'm ready to break down any walls that are still built up, telling it these things so that it understands that you have moved on and that you are ready to move to the next chapter. It can feel silly just talking to your body like that, but it can move mountains. So talk to your body, let it know what you want. And our body like doesn't it doesn't like know all the stuff that we do. So we've got to inform it, right? Our body can get stuck in a place of like trauma or panic or fear, and it's really not helpful. It holds us back so much. So, you could do yoga, and as you do stretches that feel like they have good release, think about what you're releasing in that moment. Think about, what you'd like to add to this release, what you want to let go with that feeling and with that stretch. That could be a really magical way to work. You can do guided meditations that are focused on cutting ties to things that are holding you back. But this card says there's some sort of blockage there. You could work with a blockbuster candle or a blockbuster oil. That I think could be really the missing ingredient here. And I know that I've had a lot of stubborn situations where Blockbuster really saved the day. So that's what my intuition and what this card is telling me for you. You need to work with Blockbuster or work with the color orange, and also just spend some more time visualizing what you want and telling your body that you're ready for it. And when we tell our body something like that, when we're speaking it out loud to ourselves, we're also speaking it out loud to the universe. So we're like killing two birds with one stone. But I don't like that analogy because I don't want to kill any birds, right? But you're taking care of two things at once and you're letting both your body and the universe know what you're ready for. And it's ready to give it to you, but you've just got to really be spelling it out. So, if that's taking 10 minutes a day or 5 minutes a day or 1 minute a day if you're really busy to visualize your soulmate saying the things you want to hear and being in the role that you want them to be in, then there you go. But I think being consistent about it is really important. Don't just do that visualization once, do it every day. Or put it on your calendar, do it 3 times a week. That's better than just once or not at all. But I feel like in stubborn situations or in things that we've been waiting for a long time for, that continuous work is the way to go. This is a hard situation, so I'm going to go at it every day. Just like, you can't take on some huge project or undertaking and finish it all in one day. You got to work incrementally and keep coming back to it until you're done. Same thing here. Just keep coming back to it until you have the results you want. And, I talk to clients all the time about how they're frustrated that their magic isn't working or they haven't seen the materialization of their spell that they'd like. And I tell them, like, the watch pot never boils, right? So we got to be careful to not be speeding up results too much. We can use instant gratification oil, or we can add into our intention that we want it right away or that we need it right now. But just remembering that the universe knows what the perfect timing is for these things. And sometimes it has a way better idea of something in store for us. It's a much better match than we've been picturing. So, being grateful that we're given this extra time, even when it's really hard, is a really good key to kind of like greasing the wheel and speeding things up. I hope that's helpful, and I hope to hear some really positive updates about you and your soulmate soon. And thank you so much for booking that reading. I'm going to check to see if any more have come through while I was doing that one. If anybody is just joining me, I'm the Love Witch. I'm doing $10 per card tarot readings here on YouTube today. So grab one while you can. I'm not going to be here too much longer, but I do have a few more minutes. So if anybody else wants a reading, this is your chance. You can send $10 per card on Venmo to @TheLoveWitchNYC. Same goes for PayPal. I'm the Love Witch NYC on there. Or you can head to my website, lovewitchnyc.com. Aw, thanks so much. I'm so glad that it's helpful, and I'm really excited for you to see the changes that you're wanting in your life, because I know that you can. I know you're capable of really amazing and great things, and I'm always looking forward to see what you're going to do next. If anybody would like to get in on this week's group spell service, we have until midnight on Thursday. So I'm going to burn this red heart candle. And if you'd like to have a taper with your intention built into it, burned alongside this, I've got you covered. It's $60. You can get a spot at fridaylovespell.com or by scanning the QR code that's on screen now. You just enter your intention. I'll pick the spiritual oils that are most aligned with it. Oh, I just saw something so great in the chat. I'm going to read that right after this. So I'll pick spiritual oils and herbs that are aligned with it, and then burn it on Friday evening. This candle takes a couple days to burn, so it'll burn all weekend long. And then on Monday, I send photos of the completed spell as well as the photos of it when it was burning. And there's also the option of the candle report, where I can give you really detailed information about how your candle burned down and what I spot in your spell remains. I have such a great testimonial here in chat. I used your Pay Me lip balm and Grand Success soap the last 2 days. The recruiter called last night and said I got the job. Yay, that makes me so happy. I'm so excited for you. And I know that you've been wanting this job for a really long time. So I'm glad that those products did the trick for you. I knew they would. And I knew that you were going to get this. And I think that, the things that didn't work out before this, obviously, this was the reason why, because this was the role that was really just meant for you. So I can't wait to hear all about it. I can't wait to hear when you start. Please keep me posted. I love hearing these success stories, and I know that you are attributing some of the success to my products, but I know that the real place to attribute the success is you, because you're brilliant and amazing and couldn't get that job without those skills. So those products just boosted your own incredible and magical aura. I'm so grateful to everyone who has booked a reading with me tonight or ever in the past. Thank you so much. I am the Love Witch NYC. You can visit thelovewitchnyc.com and join my newsletter. Doing so will get you a $25 off coupon. You can use it on a reading with me or on a spell work service with me. And I also send out occasional coupons and updates to your inbox. So head on over to the QR code that I have on screen now. And you can join that mailing list. You'll get updates about when I'm going to go live, like tonight, and all kinds of other stuff too. But I promise not to bombard you with emails. I really don't send that many. Um, Aw, this job is perfect for me. So glad you told me to stay open when the other jobs fell through. I love you and so grateful to you. I love you too, and I'm so grateful for you as well. And yeah, it can be really hard when we're like wanting something really hard and then it falls through. But the universe just has something better in mind, and it's really difficult to tell ourselves that or to believe that when we're in the midst of it. But then once we get to the finish line and once we get to that or better that we were waiting for, we're like, oh, okay, yeah, this was worth that extra few weeks of worry, or this was worth that initial disappointment because this is the thing I really wanted. I'm so happy for you. I'm going to be smiling so big for the rest of the day. So yeah, join my newsletter at thelovewitchnyc.com. If you click the big get $25 off button at the top right-hand corner, and then it'll take you to that page where you can sign up. And I'd love for you to also follow me on Instagram or on TikTok. I'm at thelovewitchnyc. I have a Facebook page now, so if any of you are on Facebook, go give me a like. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to head out here pretty soon, but I really love everyone who has spent some time with me here tonight. Thank you so much, Tiff, and thank you so much to Lavender, and thank you, Alyssa. I have loved reading for each and every one of you, and there's still a few minutes left here, so if anybody else would like a reading, don't hesitate. You can head to the QR code that I'm putting on screen now to get that $10 per card reading. And if you would like to have a reading next time and you can't make it live, you can visit that page anytime. It'll tell you when my next live stream is going to be. You can book a question in advance, and then I will read for you during the stream and send you a timestamp by email within 24 hours after it ends. So it's a really great way to be able to get a reading, even if you're not able to join me live when I do these streams. And I'm going to be doing these streams every Wednesday this month. So, stay tuned, keep tuning in. I'm also here every Sunday with Madame Camita. Usually I'm behind the camera and not on screen, but sometimes I join her and do readings on Sundays as well. So I hope that you'll join us then. Thanks so much, Tiff. I hope that the information was helpful and that you do lots of self-care this month, all the kinds that feel best to you. This is a really good month for it, especially if you live somewhere like I do where it's really cold. It can be really hard to feel good, right? It can be really tempting to just like stay in bed or do nothing, or not want to go out there in the elements and be exposed to the cold, the snow, the rain, the ice. But if we just take care of ourselves and kind of keep that cup filled up, then it's easier to brave those things, right? So do whatever you can to make yourself feel your best this month. That's my best advice I can give any of you. I think that's it for me tonight. So unless anybody has a last minute question they want answered by the tarot, you've got a minute or two left to send $10 per card and get a reading. Otherwise, you can catch me next week or book a reading with me anytime at thelovewitchnyc.com. Let's see. Yeah, right? It's really, really hard. And, you don't even have to live in cold weather or live somewhere with harsh winters to understand this. It's just like seasonal, right? Like just having less sun in the sky, even if it's warm where you are, it wanes on us. So it's really important that we take care of ourselves in whatever ways we can. For me, some of the things I've been doing this month is trying to get better sleep. So I'm not having caffeine after like 5 p.m. I'm taking really nice long baths right before bed to help my body unwind. And yeah, it's working out. So as a lifelong insomniac, this has been a really big goal. I hope that you guys have some good self-care rituals that you've been utilizing this month. And if not, check back next week. I'll bring some advice during our next stream for even more things that you can do to make yourself feel your best. I'm going to head out now, but thank you so much again to everyone who tuned in, everyone who booked a reading. Please like this stream. Please follow Madame Pamita's YouTube, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so that you always know when we go live here. And I hope to see all of you soon.